Bearing in mind he's lost both his initial matches by the score of 3-0, that he'll have to win his remaining 3 group matches, such as Ding Junhui, Ali Carter. They're both in action on table 2. Karen Wilson. It's a stellar cast. Not to mention, of course, 4 times world champion John Higgins, of course, who's already
19. 20. Ronnie, can you please just take it off? Just leave it on the table, thank you. 27.
Got the impression that O'Sullivan was having logo problems there.
28.
Ronnie will be aware that going into the pack from the black won't be particularly beneficial. I'm sure Ronnie will prefer to go into them from the blue. I'll split better
35.
then. Not a good pack to go into from that black because of that red that's above the black there. It's sort of
30.
isolated. Oh, he's missed the blue.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Took it for
36.
granted maybe, but that could be very costly.
1. 8. 9. 16. 17. 24. 25. 31. 32. 41. 42.
The 2 remaining reds are both tricky. But he's played that quite nicely. The problem is he straight enough on the red to,
48.
well, dare he drop it in pocket weight? If he does, he'll leave a lovely angle on the black to develop the remaining red, because he's better leaving this cubal on this left-hand side as we look. So he did try to roll it in pocket weight, and he's missed it.
Walden, 48.
Well, I think he had to play it that way. If he'd have taken the cue ball around the back of the black, the chances of him developing that remaining red would have been far slimmer.
1.
If Ronnie just drops this black in with a trace of left-hand side, he may be able to play a very quiet cannon into the red, but he's missed the black, would you believe it? What's going on here? I think he's got away with it, though. This bedcloth is so fast. Just a couple more rolls and Ronnie would have left that red on for Ricky. Now this could present a problem for Ricky because of the pace he needs to play this at. If that cue ball deviates, he could easily leave this red on. Does this red pass the black? It would appear that it may. Ronnie not taking it on though. 11 points behind, but that wasn't a good kiss from the red to the green.
Well, Dom, in your mind, you gave him the red, but he called it too thick. A frame of mistakes thus far.
And at a loss asked Ricky afterwards, but I can only assume that cue ball just rolled off a fraction, which is all it would have needed. A player wouldn't miss a pot like that ordinarily.
O'Sullivan needs to clear to the pink.
Well, I think Ronnie was expecting a quicker bounce than that, but he can still pot this brown and get on the blue. Where's the cue ball going? Where's this cue ball going? It's going in.
4. 9.
Who could have possibly foreseen this? Ronnie O'Sullivan has played. And he had some bad fortune there as well, because he had a big bounce off the ball cushion, and that's why the cue ball has come to rest and left a very easy opener.
Yeah, so what's worse for Ronnie O'Sullivan is the fact that the black is clearly available into both of its corners, so this has to be construed as an excellent chance.
6. 7.
Just wonder if that red that's directly above the black there will pot into the left corner.
Now this is tough. Made to look easy, Dom.
31.
He has quite a substantial angle on the blue. He could decide to take the cue ball into the red and develop them further. They're already split away from one another fairly well, so they should open up again nicely here. So he has decided to play that. I think he's been unlucky. My goodness, how on earth has he landed there? This is risky. Oh, he's got it.
You can only applaud.
So you're lining up the plant and you're thinking to yourself, right, the first red that I'm aiming at here, what part of the cushion rail do I need to contact to make the plant effective? And that's exactly what Ricky did there, and he made it perfectly.
52.
This shouldn't be too much of an issue.
53. 59. 60.
Just needs a red and a colour of any value to secure this 2-0 lead.
67.
Well, it shouldn't be a problem now, but he hasn't controlled the cue ball particularly well the last few shots.
70. 81.
Several shots ago, Ricky played a positional shot and tied the black up. So that's going to make making the century a little harder.
86.
Well, it's just gone astray, but never mind. Excellent effort from Ricky Walden. He's managed to extend his lead.
Now he's on the threshold of his second victory over the Rocket, leading 2-0.
I think Ricky will have to consider taking this red on into the left corner. Can't see an easy path back to bulk. Oh, what a pot. That's fantastic. Okay, you could say it's easier when you're 2-0 up, but that was a very high tariff red that he's just knocked in. Now, can he just knock this black in? And if he can, What a chance for 3-0.
The confidence is so vital.
9.
He spent 3 or 4 years for him in the wilderness, doing little.
16. 17.
Self-belief snooker.
Well, if he eventually goes into the pack of reds and gets a good split, he may consider an attempt at a 1-4-7 here, the way the reds are positioned.
25.
Could be a potential plant to that right centre pocket, but Ricky will certainly spot that if it's a potential. There is a red that's just below the pink that will pot to the centre pocket. Well, Phil, you wouldn't get a better chance than this, would you, given the position of the reds to attempt a maximum?
Well, I agree with you, Dom,
41.
but now it's a mood point.
This bedcloth is lightning fast, but the cushions are also playing very quickly, which doesn't help the players to control and slow down the cue ball.
These two. O'Sullivan scored 556 points without reply against Walden.
Certainly looking good here, Ronnie, to, would you believe it, win his first frame of this group.
23. 31.
Shots ago, Ronnie did just push a red slightly nearer that left-hand side cushion than he would have liked. That could be his only difficulty.
46. 53.
And just at the vital time, it's gone a little astray. He can still cut the red in. He'll probably play it left-handed, and he is doing. Oh, he's got a good pot to this black and the yellow to win his first frame of the group, having lost 3-0, 3-0. And 2-0 behind here.
68.
Nice frame ball that, it really was. Right into the heart of the pocket. Made that telltale sound off the leather.
73. 77.
Will Walden's missed black off its spot.
82. 88.
'The great man sparks into...
What a pot that was from Ricky Walden. This is not easy. Oh, well done. That was so much more difficult than the one he missed in the previous frame.
8. 9. Ricky Walden 9.
But has the double kiss on the black left things safe? Maybe this red is on, but it's certainly not easy. Well done.
7. 8.
Well, Ronnie going to the reds this time. Probably wanted just a touch more angle on the blue to do so.
13. 14.
Far away. This table's so fast.
19.
Yeah, Ronnie will need to try and get that pink out of the way if he can, because if he pots the black, Ronnie, it'll be tied up with the pink. So the black's no good to Ronnie at the moment. Well, I'm just beginning to think that the pink doesn't pass the red to the left corner. That would be a bigger issue for Ronnie.
26.
So that pink.
32.
Now we know this table's reactive. O'Sullivan can't quite believe it. He's screwed right back into balk.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32.
Through all of his mistakes, he's not shown any emotion, but he did there. The butt of the cue went into the carpet.
Well, isn't that just typical from Ronnie's point of view? He left Ricky the perfect angle on that red to run through and develop the pink. He's a little close to his work, Ricky, but he is on this pink. And now with the pink on its spot, Ricky can play on the black anytime he chooses to.
8.
If Walden does win, O'Sullivan could still qualify for the playoffs. He would have to win his last 3 matches and then hope results go his way.
Ricky's drawn level with Ronnie with that black.
24.
I wonder if Ricky tried to leave an angle on that red. I think he's a bit straight to bring the awkward one into play.
31.
I don't think he's left a good angle on the pink. It's very straight. So work to do now. He may consider the green here instead.
Mathematically, that wasn't frame and match ball, but effectively,
37.
it most probably was.
Well, an unfortunate ricochet from the top drawer of the middle pocket for Ronnie there. He's left the red on now for Ricky. Slight chance a cue ball could going off in the right centre if he wasn't careful.
Whoever pots the last red will be an overwhelming favourite to win the frame. And for Walden, that looks like being a cracking result.
Oh, he could see enough to pot it. And now that he has, if he doesn't get on a colour, he'll be disappointed. Well, that's certainly not the best kiss in the world.
What about the first frame when he knocked in the brown? Cruelly running off.
Well, he's considering the brown. His cue ball will be doing some mileage. Oh, the brown's in, but the bump of the middle pocket has caused problems for Ricky, or has it? Is there a gap through to the yellow? There is. Amazing.
He's 19 in front, Walden, so he needs the yellow and the green. Oh, but that's calamitous.
So far, that cue ball travelled nowhere near where it should have done, and it found the pocket. And that's not bad. Good angle to stun up for the brown.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 2.
Well, is he going to get away with this? Just about. Well, Ronnie could take this on, but I don't think he has a good angle on this green. So just the safety. And it could have been better. That's an excellent shot from Ronnie, and there's lots of room around the back of this green.
Oh, you miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
There's lots of room around the back of this green. Oh, he's just caught the faintest edge. Well, he's guaranteed a good cue ball here. Just cannon that pink in front of the blue a little, so he's going to have to play this cue ball below the line of the middle pocket. Oh, he's missed the brown, I can't believe it.
Walden, 3.
Well, he'd have snookered himself on the blue anyway, but probably wouldn't have done if he'd have potted the brown.
Four. 15.
O'Sullivan breaking off in the decider. What a glorious pot that was, and look at the control of the cue ball.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Oh, Ronnie will be pleased to see that red collide with another. Would have been close to this right-hand corner. Ronnie, considering this red, he knows he should be able to get the cue ball into a safe position. Well, is he going to have left it on? Not this time. This red to the right corner would have been on. Surely Ronnie won't consider the red next to the pink, will he? Doesn't have a good angle on it. Oh, that's fantastic.
Of the great Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, bearing in mind that the pink's out of commission, and so is the black, I wouldn't be at all surprised here to see Ronnie go into the reds from the blue, but he has overrun it slightly. Well, that's an absolutely fabulous outcome from Ronnie's point of view. He's developed the black, he's got a choice of reds. What a chance this is to win his first group match here in Group 7. A must-win match from his point of view.
13.
Put the boot on the other foot. If Walden were to lose, he'd be entitled to be dispirited going into his last match of the day, which is coming up next here on Table 1 against the so far undefeated Karen Wilson. So it was 2-0 to Walden. Dominic Dale was getting excited. He was talking about a 1-4-7, and I could see where he was coming from. But then Walden missed a black off its spot.
29.
And suddenly, O'Sullivan had oxygen.
36. 37.
He's landed rather straight on this black, I feel. So it's certainly not plain sailing just yet.
$44. 45.
We saw with the initial shot of this break O'Sullivan's great power and timing, but he's also got exquisite touch.
50. 51.
And bags of bottled on.
Yes, well, that comes with experience, having lifted so many ranking titles and other tournaments besides. Bottle is something you can learn to a degree. You just become familiar with the pressure and what that brings.
We both said, didn't we, when Walden missed that black, could it be a transformational moment?
74. 75.
Not just in the contest, but in the group. Maybe it will.
82.
The silkiness of O'Sullivan now on display.
Indeed so, Phil. Possible break of 139 here for Ronnie O'Sullivan. If he can take blacks with the remaining reds.
91. 98. 99. 106.
The break ends there.